Most people say they want to change their life. They say they want more money, they want more comfort, they want more peace. And they live with the same mindset, the same problem, the same excuses, the same habits. And you see, if nothing changes, nothing will ever change. Nothing rises on its own. Things can fall on their own, but they can't rise on their own. So in order to get or to change, you must leave those old philosophy. Are you getting me? You can't solve today's problem with the mindset you had when you created them. In this video, I am going to explain why many people don't change even when they hate the life they live. Number one is they confuse thinking with doing. Most people think about change. They plan, they talk about their ideas, and they watch motivational videos. But you see, motivation is not enough. Motivation can't change you, no. Motivation can't change you. It can only help you start. Maybe you tell yourself, this is what I want to start doing. Motivation can just help you, but it won't take you to anywhere. You get? So the moment you start putting those your ideas, those your plans into actions, the better for you. Because you see, action exposes you to failure. And failure, when you fail at anything you are doing, that is where success begins. So don't just think about your plans. Make sure you put them to actions, because your plans or your dream will remain dreams if you don't put them into actions. The second thing that makes people struggle with change is their cycle. You see, the person you become in 5 years' time is dependent on two things: your friends and the books you read. See, we need to be very selective about our friends. It matters a lot. Your environment. Growth happens faster when you find yourself in the right environment. When you begin to move with people, because you see, there are people that are going nowhere. From how they think and how they behave, you can perceive. And you see, there is something I learned from the Bible. The Bible says something in the book of Proverbs. He said, go out from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. So when you move with people that don't think the right way, the people that don't behave like where you are going to, you'll all of a sudden begin to behave the way they behave. Because you see, if you work with wise people, you will eventually be called wise, or you become wise. If you move with fools, you are a fool. There are no two ways about it. So be very intentional. I'm serious about this, because within the past 2 weeks or 2 days, I've seen how negative friends can influence you. They can influence you negatively. Be very selective about it. And then the third thing is fear of the unknown. You see, most people never change because they are not able to predict the result they will get. Let's say you want to change, new plans. These are things you've never done before and you want to start doing them. So since you are not able to predict the result you get, you begin to, maybe you feel scared. Are you get what I'm saying? Because you are scared of taking risk. And it is a risk not to take risk. Don't just be scared. Don't be scared. You see, make sure you plan everything out. These are the areas I want to change. These are the areas I want to change, and make sure you write them down. Write everything down. Don't just carry them on your head. Write them down. What do you want? Be specific. Work towards it. Work towards it. And then the last thing is the wait for motivation. See, motivation, I said it earlier, can't take you far. Motivation can just help you start it, but it is discipline that keeps you going. Motivation cannot, I am serious about this. Like, motivation cannot keep you going. Motivation is like, let's say, a spark. Motivation is like a spark. Discipline is what keeps you going. So don't just be motivated. Build discipline. Don't wait for motivation. And don't wait to feel ready, because you'll never be ready. You'll never be ready. You see, I'll wait for everything to be figured out. This that start with the little resources you have. And you see, don't ever forget the days of little beginnings. Start with the things you have. Let me put more emphasis on this waiting for discipline or waiting for motivation. Yes, waiting for motivation. Don't ever wait for motivation. Don't ever wait for motivation. I made a video on how to be disciplined, on how to build discipline. I made a video on that. I listed the formulas of discipline, because you see, people tell us be disciplined, as if being disciplined is that easy. You get? So being disciplined is not that easy. I listed out the formulas. I said number one formula of discipline is, because if you want to change, it is discipline that can help you change it. That is why I am listing out these formulas. I said the number one is clarity. Be specific. What do you want? Because you cannot be disciplined on something you are not clear about. What do you want? You get? And then the second thing is structure. Create routines. Disciplined people don't rely on their strength. They don't rely on their strength. They rely on routines. Make sure you have routines for your day. If you don't have routines for your day, your life will have no direction. So make sure you have routines for your day. These are the things I am going to tackle. The top 3 tasks I must make sure I accomplish before the end of the day. And this task helps me move closer to where I am going to. Because you see, if you are leaning on the wrong wall, every step you take takes you faster to the wrong destination. Just imagine if you don't have routines for your day, and then you are doing other things. Those other things are not that important. They are not important compared to that your plans. So you are leaning on the wrong wall, and every step you take, it takes you to the wrong destination faster. So the third formula for discipline is repetition. Make sure you repeat. Be consistent. Because you see, when a time will come when you don't achieve success that easily. Success isn't something that comes easily. You'll be tired. You get? So be repetition. Make sure you repeat it. And when you move from that stage called repetition, you now enter the stage called identity. This stage, success or discipline no longer becomes someone or somebody. You now becomes the discipline. You no longer see anything that makes you give up. You no longer see anything that makes you say, I'm tired. Even when you are tired, you keep going. Discipline is very powerful. And I need you to drop. What level are you? Are you in the clarity level? Are you yet to discover what you want? Or are you in the structure level, trying to create routines for your day? Or are you in the repetition level? Or are you in the identity level? We see, this identity level is a very powerful stage, because you now become the identity. So discipline no longer becomes someone or something to you. You now become the discipline. Nothing makes you give up. If this video spoke to you, kindly subscribe, share and comment. We love you.